Hello and welcome to this video about pencils. Pencils can be categorized into the H series or the B series. There is also an intermediate grade known as the HB. The difference between all these three pencils lie in the lead, which determines how it responds on the paper. On the left side you got the H series, which is hard and light, and on the right side you got the B series, where the lead is softer but darker. So as you move progressively from left to right, the leads get darker and softer. So that would mean that the H series is more suitable for sketching and the B series is more suitable for shading. So let's see how to hold a pencil. You have to grip it between your index finger and the thumb and rest it on the middle finger. You can do the movements with the wrist. So now let's see how to draw horizontal and vertical lines. Use the grip as it was mentioned before and draw the lines in such a way that your position of the fingers and the grip remains the same. The only thing that moves is your arm. Try to draw the lines as much as parallel as possible. The next thing is to draw arcs. To draw arcs, use the same grip again and just make your movements with the wrist. This can produce concentric arcs. You can vary the darkness by applying more pressure on the pencil. So now let's see how to shade with the pencil. So as you might know by now, the more the pressure you apply on the pencil, the darker the shade it gives. The lighter you apply, the lighter it will give. And that would apply to all range of pencils. So even if I were to take the 6B, the result would be same. But the only difference would be that it would be darker than the HB itself. So what we could do with this is you can do some shading exercises where you vary the pressure. This is extremely useful when you are trying to use the same pencil but bring out different shades. Alternatively, you can do the same thing by blending different pencil strokes. So I can start with the darker shade of 6B here and then progressively move towards 4B, and a 2B. So these are some of the examples of shading exercises that you could do. You can start off with the darker stroke by applying heavier pressure and then move on to the lighter ones. You can use different range of pencils, HB, 4B, 6B, but just keep in mind that all of the pencils that you are using should be of the same brand. And now let's move on to patterns and textures. So to do a pattern or a texture, it is just simply repeating a few lines. So what I'm doing here is just a crosshatch. You can do the same thing with diagonal lines. And you can also do the same thing with arcs. This can be useful in giving textures and also in shading. So these are some of the examples you can try. You have to keep on exploring different patterns and textures, and this will help a lot. Okay, now let's see how to draw basic shapes. So to draw a square, all you have to do is use your horizontal and vertical lines. Just keep in mind that all the sides should be equal. And that's it, you got the square. So now how to draw a circle. So all you have to do is just use the square as a guide. You could also construct central guides to give us the center, and then use these 4 points as the end points for a circle. The more accurate your square is, the more accurate your circle will be. So now let's see how to draw ellipses. Ellipses are nothing but just flattened circles that looks like oval. So to do that, you have to construct a rectangle. Now this rectangle will depend on what kind of ellipse you want, whether you want it to be very much flattened or you just want it to be a little bit deformed. So in this case I'm taking a highly deformed circle. So again I'll start off with the same 4 points as I did with the square and then connect it with the arcs. You can extend the same to different kinds of ellipses and test the same. To draw triangles, you just have to use angled lines and the horizontal and vertical lines. You can extend this lines that you have learned to many basic shapes, and then you can derive one from each other. So for example, you can draw the parallelogram just by using the angled lines and the horizontal lines. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.